Hi guys, welcome back to SQL with Ravimartha. Today we'll talk an interesting topic, that is roadmap to become an ETL tester. First of all, let's understand what is an ETL testing. In layman terms, ETL testing nothing but data testing. For example, there are people in manual testing. They may be testing a website. For that, they will go through the requirement document and they will create the test cases. They will upload it to Jira or ALM, whatever the tool they are using. And then they'll go for execution. They'll capture the evidences. If there are any defects, they will log them and they will get them retested and they'll pass it. And then they'll go for test closure activities. Similarly, in ETL testing, you mainly deal with the data. And let's understand from where this data comes from. For example, if you take a banking client, right? The banking client would track all the transactions which they make, all the loans they give, all the credit cards, debit card data, all the online banking transactions. They will capture the data, they will process it on a daily basis, right? For example, if you take a retail client, they will capture the transactions for each item they sell, right? So the data, every client, every customer we see, for example, banking client, retail client, or an insurance client or finance, right? Each client, they will capture the data and they will process it and they will report the results, quarter-on-quarter results, and they'll go for annual results. So they identify how their company is growing. So they will design ETLs and they will websites and like that. So while processing the data, they need ETL developers to develop the system. And they apply all the business logic and then they will load it. So while loading that data, that should be tested by an ETL tester, right? So we will discuss in detail in further sessions. For now, let's understand what would be the roadmap to become an ETL tester, right? So there are a couple of key things to become an ETL tester or a data warehouse tester or a data tester simply, right? The first thing they should know is that they should understand and they should have a sound knowledge on software testing fundamentals, right? People think that they know the software testing fundamentals but they should have thorough knowledge, because in software testing, they should know the testing techniques mainly. For example, if a user story or a requirement is given, they should understand what are the key scenarios and key test cases should be written. They should have 100% coverage, right? The main thing is you should not miss any scenarios. They should be 100% coverage. That's the first and foremost thing a ETL tester or a normal tester should have. So in the next session, I'll provide a link to download the software testing fundamentals to get a sound knowledge to write better and best test cases to test a data, right? The next thing is they should understand they should start with basic SQL, then intermediate, and then advanced SQL, right? SQL nothing but structured query language. That means a backend database knowledge. It's pretty simple to start with, and you'll get on with 2 to 3 months of training, and would be good to start. The SQL is the kind of heart skill to become an ETL tester, right? So it's the second thing is you should have a sound knowledge on SQL, but to start with, it's okay to start with a basic knowledge of SQL and then go to intermediate level. And as you work along the projects on job training, right, you will become a perfect and sound ETL tester. The next one is you should understand what is an ETL and why a stage area is needed and that kind of ETL knowledge. And there are key things like data warehouse concepts, right? We build data warehouse after that, and on top of that we will have a cube, and then on top of that we may have reports, right? And when you build a data warehouse, what are the different methods, types of data warehouse approaches, and what is a fact, what is a dimension. So these are the basic things which you should start, and then you should master it to understand the ETL testing so that you can test it thoroughly and in a better way. So the last one is like you should have a bit of basic Unix, and not all projects require that, but yeah, most of the clients nowadays they may ask for it, right? So these are the key things which you should know to become an ETL tester. So in the further session, we will discuss in detail for each of these topics and how to start. And if you have any questions, just reach me out if you need any guidance, right? So the next thing is, how much time do you need to become an ETL tester? Based on my experience, what I could say is that 3 hours per day for 3 months. If you can dedicate 3 hours per day for 3 months, you can easily become an ETL tester. You may be in manual testing, automation, or any other testing, but it's easy to become if you spend 3 months for 3 hours a day, every day, right? So let's meet in the next session and we'll discuss in detail on each of the key skills needed for ETL tester, and we'll give a bit of overview as well. And if you have any doubts, if you want to become an ETL tester but you are in doubt to start with, you can just reach me out on this particular email ID and I can assist you. Thanks for your time. Do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.